welcome back to another video from Mint Motor Garage. Today we're going to be doing the rear arches on the E46. We're going to cut them out and then make them higher so they got more clearance from the new wheels and the new body kit, and then weld it all back in professionally. So today we have got and my mate John. So literally today we're just going to get started. We're going to go through and show you what you need to do to cut out the arches safely and weld them up properly as safely as you can, because we have seen and heard of a lot of people just cutting them out and leaving them as they are. And you can pretty much do this to any car that you're planning on fitting a wide body kit to. So either be Pandem, Rocket Bunny, Liberty Walk, on a Porsche, on a BMW, anything like that. It's going to be pretty much the same. You might have to change the odd little thing depending on the car's design and style. So we're just going to get on with the video, and the first thing we've got to do is take the Pandem kit off and start marking up. So I hope you like the video.
Yeah, first draw from the big drawer down.
First draw from the big drawer down. So the reason why we've stripped everything out is anything that can catch on fire from the welding. Batteries out, everything's now out, so we can now start cutting out the arches and pushing them up and welding up, so we've got more clearance for the new wheels. But yeah, so literally everything has to be stripped out. Anything carpet wise or anything that's obviously flammable or can catch on fire. We are a little bit concerned about the power cable, but we're going to keep an eye on it and make sure that it doesn't get too hot. So now we're just going to jack up the car, get the rear arches off, and then we will be cutting the old arches out here. So we're literally just going to mark up where these arches come to, and I've got a 20-inch tyre to help us line up as well to make sure that we've got enough clearance from the new wheels. So we're just going to get these off now and then carry on. So what the professional welder has just explained is he's going to grind back this paintwork here on the lip here of the arch to be able to see where the spot welds are, to then drill them out, and then we separate this exterior skin and this interior skin to then cut along this line, which you can see there. So we've got a much better clearance for the new wheels and the arches, and then re-weld that inner skin there. Hopefully that's what we're planning on doing. If that one doesn't work, we will then cut out a piece on the inside and then weld a new piece in to attach to that. So we're literally going to start grinding that out now. Where we want to cut, as you can see, with a Sharpie pen. We're trying our best not to go too close to this, obviously. You know, you still need the strength around there. And obviously you've got all of this that you don't want to hit at all. It's perfectly safe, nothing's gonna, you know, catch on fire or anything. Also as well, try and cover up your glass, because when you're grinding and everything, you'll get little tiny pieces of really hot metal that will melt themselves into your glass, and it doesn't look too nice. So just make sure you just cover it up with anything non-flammable, and yeah, we're going to start cutting out now and get this all welded. Oh, and by the way, there's two ways of doing this. You can either grind back all of this here on this lip and expose the rivets, and not rivets, sorry, the spot welds, and then drill out the spot welds to separate this wing, this part of the body to the inner arch. The way we're going to do it on this side is we're going to cut this bit out first to cut those bits out for speed, because once you cut this bit out, you've got so much metal there that we're going to do our slits in. Once you hammer it up to this point here, you're cutting off most of it anyway. So to speed the process up, we're just going to cut that out rather than grinding it down, trying to find the spot welds, drilling the spot welds out, and then
cut this bit just above the lip.
Yeah.
To get rid of all of this metal.
Yeah.
Because when we fold it up, you could want the plain metal, not with all the strength of the bending.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you're literally just going to cut just across there. Yeah. Just to take that thick off. Bit off. Yeah, and then we'll start slicing it up. Yep.
Yeah, find the spots on this bit because you need to use, on the other side, I used the lip that's actually folded back to come out to the bodywork.
Oh, okay, so you need to save that metal to be able to...
You need to save this section of metal here,
yeah,
just to fold it back.
Yeah. So guys, now Matt has cut all that out. You're exposed with the inner arch. So we are now just gonna literally cut lines into this. Don't go crazy doing too many of them, because the more you do, the more welding you need to do. So how big do you make them really? Is there sort of...
The more curve that's actually in the panel itself that you're trying to straighten, the closer the lines will be. So down here where it's relatively straight, there'll be less, maybe 2 or 3 lines. Yeah. Up here where it curves for the top of the arch, there might be 6 lines.
Yeah. So literally we're just going to cut little lines down here up to about here, and then this all gets hammered up. So it's then touching this top bit here, and then Matt's going to spot weld it all in first, and then completely weld it in so it's all nice and strong, and then cut the excess away, and then we'll have a lovely new arch. So Matt, we'll get started on that. Quickly, Matt, just before you carry on, what are you doing here? You're literally just spotting them into place.
Just tacking them into place, and then we can adjust them and fully weld them using a series of tacks.
Yeah, so because that's still a bit square, you want to tack it in and then shape it up a bit more.
Shape it up to the arch.
And then properly, completely seam it all in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to tack each corner so that it doesn't move.
Yeah.
So you see where this one isn't tacked on that corner.
Yeah.
It's got a gap in it.
Yeah.
So once you start putting a few tacks on, you should be able to
shape it a bit more.
Yeah. Then it goes up to where it should be.
Yeah. Matt, the main reason why you're doing little spots everywhere and feeling that panel is to make sure that it doesn't warp with the heat.
Yeah, there will be a certain amount of warping with welding anyway, but trying to keep it as low as possible, spread the heat out, cool it down, make sure it doesn't get hot in one spot. So it's like now, I just welded that, it's warm but it's cool enough to put your hand on it.
Yeah, so you're trying to keep it down as much as possible, just so a little bit of filler will bring the body shape back to it.
Yeah, that's it.
Right, so now this is all
pretty much
fully welded in now, isn't it? And then grinded down to give it a nice smoother lip. Then what would you do normally after that? Just leave that and then put filler over it?
Yeah, you can put filler.
So it would stay stronger having a bit of that on there still, wouldn't it?
It'll be a lot stronger like that.
Obviously we don't need to worry about that because we're putting a body kit over it.
None of this is going to be seen.
Nah.
Once it's all seam seal it, stone chip it.
Yeah. The reason why you've left that bit is because you're cutting that out completely, aren't you? Because of that little bunghole there.
Cut a new panel to go in there, cut a little sliver to go down in that hole.
Yeah, and then all these little tiny slits need to be cut out. Lovely. And you've done pretty well round there, ain't you? Like,
yeah, just to get round the filler cap.
Nowhere near that, really, are we?
No.
That's worked out all right. So the piece with the bung hole what was in there, you just cut that out, and now you're gonna cut out new pieces of steel, stick that in there, ain't you?
Yep.
Weld that up, and then these little bits here, got to take off all of this glue stuff still.
Yep.
And then we are pretty much there, aren't we? Well, you can really see how much higher that arch is now. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Once again, thank you so much for everyone that has already subscribed to the channel. We're doing really, really well with the channel at the moment. Just almost at 1,000 subscribers. So if you like this video and you like the previous videos, make sure you subscribe if you're not already subscribed and smash that like button. For the next video, what we're gonna be doing is the M3 bumper that we have on the car already. We're going to be doing a DIY video, turning that into a CSL front bumper, which will help out a lot for people. If you want a CSL bumper and you don't want to pay the extortionate prices for one, again, wait until that video comes out. Make sure you're subscribed and you've clicked the like and notification button. You will see that video come up, and I'll see you guys again soon. Thank you.